Hello and welcome to Tools to Create a Better Life with myself, Glenyce Hughes. Thank you so much for being here. I am so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. Yeah. So, in case you've been playing with some insanity like I have, this show is all about tools to choose beyond doubt. Yes, now I specifically titled it that because normally I would call it something like tools to deal with doubt, but it's not about dealing with doubt. You can't deal with a doubt. It's about choosing beyond the doubt. Now, why can't you deal with doubt? Because it is one of the distractor implants. We talk about it in Access Consciousness Foundation, hashtag get your butt to foundation. Of course, I have another one coming up. The next one at the time of this recording anyway is the end of December 2021, and it is online. So how does it get any better than that? You'll find a link somewhere. If not, reach out, I will get it for you. And I am also offering a 6-week deep dive into this amazing book, Living Beyond Distractions by Gary Douglas and Dane here from Access Consciousness. Yes, my friends, it is time. We're going to go and do 2 calls each week on each of the sections. So there's anger, rage, fury, hate, blame, shame, regret, guilt, addictive, compulsive, obsessive, perverted points of views, love, sex, jealousy, peace, fear, doubt, business, and relationship. I may have missed some, but I'm not sure. Anyway, those are all the distractor implants, and all of them are in sections. And so we're going to do a call on each, 2 calls on each section per week to really get that deep dive and really start changing this insanity of playing with these distractor implants. So this show, though, is all about choosing beyond doubt. And I chose doubt because it is the one that when I work with clients, people come to classes, all of that. It's the one that I hear the most from people, and I play in it also. Now, not nearly as much as I used to. I am so grateful for using these tools for over 10 years now, and what that has contributed to my life and my living and the business and money flows and body and all the things. And especially lately, there has been some times that I've been playing with doubt, which tells me there's a lot of it going on the planet right now, because I'm infinitely aware, just like you, my sweet friends. So the thing you really want to recognize with doubt, and we've talked about it already, and I'll talk about it again, is that you can't deal with it. You can't clear it. You can't talk about it enough to change it. Doubt is meant to distract you. It's designed to distract you. Yeah. So when you look at it, when you go, okay, I'm not going to doubt anymore. What can I do to stop doubting? All of that, you've really got to recognize it's a choice to choose beyond the doubt. It's a choice to choose beyond the doubt. You've got to be willing to choose it. Now, one of the things that you want to recognize with doubt is that it is all about ensuring that you don't acknowledge that you are potent as fuck, that you are the creator of your life and your living, that you are infinitely aware, that you have the ability to ask a question and tap into your infinite awareness and infinite knowing. That's what doubt does. It's designed to distract us from all of that. Yeah, that's a lot. So everything that brings up, everywhere you've been valuing doubt more than acknowledging you as the potent motherfucker you truly be, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pot, shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah. And we're not taught in this reality to acknowledge our potency, to acknowledge that we're the creator of our life or our living, to acknowledge that we know. We know. For each one of us, we know. We're not taught that. We're taught that we don't know. We're taught that we should find somebody who knows more than us and they can tell us what to do or what to think, or all that insanity. Whew, yeah. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, some of you I know this already. You've been listening to my shows for years and you get it. Some of you are new here maybe and just don't really know. I just want to speak for a moment in case you're not acknowledging it. There's a lot of energetics that go on as I speak. Speaking is a capacity that I be, that many people be, and that I be, that when I speak, I change energies. So a lot of people will say to me, oh, I love the sound of your laugh, or when I hear your voice, I feel so good, or when I listened to that show, I fell right asleep, or all those things. And it took me a long time to really start to acknowledge what magic I'm actually creating and being when I speak. So please know when you're listening to this, unless you're driving, lay down and have a nap if your body is asking for one. Close your eyes if you would like to, if it's going to create more. Put it on low in the background. There's so much more going on than you just receiving the information verbally. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys and beyonds. And the funny thing is, there would have been a time, probably when I first started recognizing that I wouldn't have shared it. Now, why wouldn't I share it? Because I would have doubted it was true. See how insane this doubt is? And at this point, I don't doubt it. I know it. I live it. I breathe it. I know it. I trust me and I know it. So really start looking in your life too at where you could be acknowledging you, because that will put doubt out the window too. When you can really start trusting you to know that you know and acknowledging you, there's no space for doubt. There's no space for doubt whatsoever. Whew. So everywhere you've made space for doubt and used it to distract yourself, will you destroy it and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah, so some tools with that. One I've talked about a little bit already is really, please start acknowledging the magic of you. Start acknowledging the potency of you. You are the creator of your life and living. And I don't say that so that you judge you. Okay, this isn't about going into, oh my gosh, I created that crappy thing. This is horrible. I must be awful. Like, it's not that. It's going, okay, cool, I created that. Now what would I like to create? Because if you stay stuck in the trauma of something you created that you didn't appreciate, guess what? You're just distracting yourself again. I mean, oh my gosh, honestly, this is why I facilitate these classes. This is why this book and the book club is so important right now, more than ever before, I would say, is because it's so everywhere. This distraction is everywhere. The invitation to distract ourselves is everywhere. Look at social media. Like, yes, you can utilize social media as something that creates greater in your life. Absolutely, I do it every day. And you can also use social media to distract yourself. It's the same with the distractor implants that I spoke of earlier. It's not, so business is one of them. It's not that everybody who's choosing business right now is choosing to be in distractor implant with it. No, it's just that many people are. And until you recognize it and acknowledge it and recognize when you're choosing it and acknowledge when you're choosing it, then can you actually start to change it. Yeah. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys and beyonds. There's a lot of energy on this, you guys, and I love that. I absolutely love that. Because really, what are we changing just by having this conversation, just by being willing to look from maybe a different angle or a different perspective or a different energetic standpoint with it of like, okay. Distractor implants, things that distract us, are designed to ensure that we never create greater. Because you can't be in doubt and create greater at the same time. It's one or the other. Oh my gosh, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys and beyond. So you either trust you or you doubt you? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, BUD/POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So it's another tool. The first tool I talked about is really starting to acknowledge the potency of you, the magic of you, that you are the creator of your life and living. Start acknowledging that. Number two is you can start just paying attention to when you're choosing doubt and choose something else. Doesn't mean it has to be about that thing. So if you're doubting, let's say you're looking at going to, on a new career path and you're doubting the career path that you would like. You're going, oh, I wouldn't be very good. I'm too old. I don't really have the skills. It's going to be too much money. I'm going to be too old when I'm done the whatever. Like you're in that space. Start acknowledging when you're there. Like just in that moment, wow, okay, I'm choosing doubt right now. I'm choosing to doubt this right now. Okay. What else could I choose here? Now, it doesn't mean you go, okay, well then I have to choose my career path right now. No, because honestly, sometimes guys, it's not about that. Sometimes it's actually about leaving that thing, letting it sit for a while energetically and moving to something totally unrelated. Maybe you go watch some Netflix. Maybe you go have sex with your partner. Maybe you go into your swimming pool if it's not winter like it is here. Okay, it's not winter yet, but soon. And like you go do something totally else because it'll get you out of what I call the mind fucking, where you're just going over and over, and you're basically trying to figure it out. And what happens when we're trying to figure something out is we've engaged our mind. Yeah, our mind will never contribute to us, guys. It's our awareness that we're looking for. We're looking for the infinite awareness, the infinite knowing. And so if we're being really focused and we're really trying to figure something out, we've eliminated our awareness and we've eliminated our knowing. So what other choice do I have here? Go do something else. In fact, I was working with a client the other day and I suggested to him to actually take some time, like take a week before he looked at this situation again. Mostly because every time he did, he went straight down the rabbit hole and all the wrongness, and he pulled all these, reference points and all the insanity. It's like, stop, just stop. We did some great work together. Now give yourself a week. And if it comes up, clear points of views, whatever, but don't go there, not yet. Just that space. And sometimes space, guys, is the greatest gift we can give ourselves. I have been doing a lot of walking outside over the last week, and that space, and I mean, I actually have a lot of space. I have a lot of space in our house. It's like a 4,000 square foot house. I have a lot of space in our yard. We've got almost 6 acres here. I've got a lot of space in my head because of the tools I've been using, but actually going outside and walking for 45 minutes or so a day, that has also contributed to so much more space. And so just give yourself some space. Give yourself some space. Now, you might not have physical space, doesn't matter. You can still give yourself some space. And so when we're asking, what else could I choose here? You recognize you're choosing doubt. What else could I choose here? You might not get a big booming voice from above. In fact, I never do. It's always just asking another question. So it might get like, so truth, go for a walk. Truth, go watch Netflix. Truth, go for a nap. Like you might want to ask some specific things just to get a sense for yourself of what it might be, and then go choose that. Go choose that. Yeah. The other tool, and this is something that I would say is looking, it's kind of a deeper dive into it, but asking yourself in that moment, like, what is the value of doubting myself right now? What am I getting out of that? Now, it's not a logical response. It's kind of a strange question. If you haven't hung around me much, you might not quite get it. If you've hung around me, I talk about that question all the time because it can create so much space. But really recognize that there's a value to everything we have in our life. Even the things we call as problems, even the things we say we don't want, even the things we say are horrific, there's a value or they wouldn't be there. So if we're really willing to be vulnerable with ourselves and honest with ourselves, what is the value of doubting myself? What am I getting out of it? oh, you know what? And I'm just going to give some examples that I've heard from clients or even myself over the years. It slows me down. There's a lot of people who play with doubt from this energy of slowing themselves down, because if they didn't doubt, if they just chose and chose and chose and chose and chose and chose, they would be out creating everybody on the planet by 100%. And now I can say that and we can go, wow, that'd be awesome. And a lot of us haven't actually really got present with that and really cleared whatever insanity might be in the way with that. So everything that brings up, everywhere you haven't been willing to outcreate everybody on the planet by 100%, way to start and create it all. Yeah, right, wrong, good, bad. Wow, all 9 pod, poc, shorts, boys, beyonds. Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9 pod, poc, shorts, boys, beyonds. So really getting that sense. The other tool that you can use with that question, if it's required, is who am I being when I doubt myself? Yeah. Everyone you're mimicking, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Because what occurs is we maybe grow up with people who doubt themselves. We maybe hang out with people who doubt themselves. We maybe marry people who doubt themselves, like whatever it is. And we start mimicking that as though that's the way we should be. That's the right way to be because we see it. And usually it's not a cognitive thing that we think, oh, I'm going to be like that person. It just occurs. So we want to make sure that we acknowledge who we're being if there is somebody, and might not be, and if there is, and then just clear it. Everywhere I'm mimicking that person, I destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Because just because somebody else, or maybe your entire family, chose to doubt themselves, it doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it wrong, but it certainly doesn't make it right either. It's just a choice. It's just a choice. Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Now, another tool that I like with this is, what do I know here? What do I know? So when you're doubting yourself and you catch yourself doubting yourself, okay, what do I know here? Yeah, because in that moment when we ask that, like, what do I know here? We may not have the information come into our head, but there is going to be a knowingness there. There is knowing. We do know. We do know. There's something that we know. What do I know here? And it'll create more space. Remember, space is our friend. Now, I say that. I want to give this other tool that is to do with space. Once you create more space, once you have more space, whether it's like in that moment, maybe you clear a point of view, or you become aware that you're mimicking somebody's and you're like, oh my gosh, that was never mine. And you're kind of like, whew. What you want to run is, everywhere I would fill this space again, I destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Because what happens is we start getting a sense of what I would call our normal energy is like. Normal is not the best word, but you know what I mean, where that's how we normally feel. We have a certain energetic feeling to us. And when we start creating more space, if that's not part of that, it can feel weird and we fill it back up with heaviness. So once we create space, make sure you are asking. Everywhere I would fill this space up, I destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Because what that will do is it'll allow you to have that space and have that be your new normal. And then more and more and more spaciousness, be more and more and more who you be. And you won't be trying to fill it up like you may have in the past. Yeah. Yeah. So let's just recap so I remember what we've talked about. So the first one is to acknowledge you as the potent motherfucker you truly be. And 2, start getting a sense of the doubt and when you're choosing it, and what other choice could I choose here? Yeah. And then asking, what is the value of doubting myself with this? Who am I being when I doubt myself? And then of course the spaciousness, and being the spaciousness, and choosing to be that spaciousness over and over, because doubt and spaciousness will not go together either, guys. And then not filling that spaciousness back up, not filling up that space again with that heavier energy. Yeah. Because imagine the magic you could create if you never doubted you again. Yeah, if you never slowed yourself down again. If you never pretended that you were less than. Imagine that. A few weeks ago, when I was actually out on a walk, we have some dogs in the area that aren't always on a leash in their house or in their yard. Sometimes they're just roaming around, and there's these two pit bulls that I would say are probably out more than any others. And I often carry a little bottle of, it's like coyote or dog spray, just in case. And that day, I didn't have it with me. Now, in the moment that I saw them, I was not grateful I didn't have it. But what I am so grateful for is that as I saw them, and I was actually out running, and there happened to be, I think I would have figured it out, but it was interesting anyway, because there was another gentleman walking on the road, and there's not a lot of people out on the road walking, or it's not even not a lot of people driving either. But he happened to be walking, and he was walking, the dogs were behind him. So I was hoping they were his dogs, but they weren't, they didn't seem like it because they weren't very close to him. Anyway, as I was running, he said to me, "Hello, are those your dogs?" And I said, "Ooh, I was hoping they were your dogs." And he said, "No." And he said, "Can I suggest you stop running?" Because I was running towards them, and what he realized was that, of course, it would be a bigger threat if I was running. And so I was like, yep, good, thank you. And so I started walking, and I didn't have my spray. And I even phoned hubby because he was in town. I knew he was coming home. I thought if he was a minute or two away, I would wait. He was not. He was probably an hour away. So I just thought, okay, so what can I be and do different in this situation? And I realized that as I was standing there, hoping the dogs were the other guys or phoning hubby, I was doing it from very much a pathetic energy, very much from a victim energy. And what was going to create the change was to actually be the potency of me. Now, not aggressive, not running after the dogs, not that energy, but be the potency of me, meaning I am going to walk past you and you're going to stay over there because of the energy I was willing to be. I was willing to be all of me. I was willing to be this energy, but not in their face. And I just perceived that was really important. So I was like, here I am. I'm taking up my space, and your space is over there, and you be there and I be here. And it was such a magical energy, guys, because as I beat it, they started walking away, but they still watched me. They were still aware of me. They were still not going to let me go into their space, which was fine. I didn't need into their space. I just wanted to get around them to my yard. And it was so phenomenal. So when I talk, the tool number one I was sharing about being that, be that. Be that. Imagine there's some dogs or snakes or whatever it is that you might have some energy around that want their space. And you want yours, and be that spaciousness, be that energy. And I just get, if we're willing to be that more, what magic we could actually create in every area of our life. So I'm not fighting, I'm not pushing. I didn't have to chase after the dogs to have my space, and they didn't need to chase after me to have theirs. I made it very energetically known they were gonna get their space, but they better get the fuck out of mine. And it was just beautiful. I'm so grateful now that I didn't have my spray, because I would have just went straight to that, which was, a little bit of the energy of victim. Now, I still walk with it, absolutely, because there's going to be some dogs that's not going to be this, that's just not going to be, and I'm okay with that. And I'm so grateful in that situation that I got that energy. And I looked at, when I got home, was like, man, every area of my life that I'm not willing to be that, because it's not about dogs. It's about where we allow ourselves to go into doubt, that we be that powerful, that we be that potent, that we get to have the space on the planet that's ours, that works for us, that creates greater. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And I would love to hear from you of how you guys be that space, how you guys be that energy, or if you're just trying it out now, let me know how it works for me. Let me know how it works for you. Let me know how it works for you. Awesome. And please, I would be so grateful if you would share this show, guys. I am just so thrilled when I have new listeners join us and I hear from you. I'm just so grateful. So please, however you're listening to this or watching it, please share it. I also now have the option where you can buy me a coffee. Oh my gosh. So you'll find a link to that somewhere here too. You can also get the transcript of the show on PDF sent to you every Sunday if you are on my email list. So you'll find the link somewhere to join the email list too. If you're already on my email list, check out the weekly email. The download, the transcript button is in the email. So thank you guys. So incredibly grateful for you all. And I look forward to chatting again next week.